start. We saw Afro strike to this stage earlier and kind of went very aggressive right from the get-go. I wonder what we'll see this time.
Afro's Samus is a sight to behold. I definitely like the style he plays.
Getting 28% just from a strays there, you know, and
of course this is a new and improved Afro Smash with all that Genesis 4 experience.
absolutely, this is back from the US, and you know, at the moment, doing a great job of showing exactly why he was sponsored.
Indeed.
Well, he was part of that compendium, you know, really showing some great play. And Khanage seems to be struggling to find a response. All right, good stuff here. Afro putting a bit of pressure on shield.
Ooh,
great, perfect
shield.
shield. You have to feel like, you know, if he hadn't perfect shielded that might have been a shield break.
And then he does have a lot of
work,
shield damage
though.
down, so.
Finding some pressure off stage.
Oh,
Not quite
Afro
enough to
is
take the
gonna make it
stock.
back,
Oh, hits by the charge shot.
Firing off that charge shot.
Afro just calling out the recovery. Knows that Khanage wants to get back onto stage, but Khanage doing the exact same thing, you know, doing a great job of making sure that Afro is having to pay heavily to get back onto stage.
Nice roll get up, roll read rather.
Oh, right through the turnip
He
though.
just uses that charge shot.
21%. That's a big chunk of damage.
Afro trying to run in, trying to punish that up smash, but nope. Trying in with that. What's up with that back air?
And now we see it's Khanage who's putting the pressure on the shield. Afro really wants to just find a bit of space, get that charge shot back on deck, because that's kind of the basis of all of his pressure.
It definitely helps to, you know, have that online.
Khanage though, just taking his time, letting Afro overextend on his shield, and then taking his
There's
punish.
a dash attack. We can see a big punish there.
Good
damage, big damage.
Good damage. Again, Afro just burning that charge shot. And
He's getting a lot of
Khanage
shield
happy
pressure
to-
down. He's not getting a percentage, but he's getting a bit of shield damage. Well, he's just getting a bit of percentage as well, but Khanage taking the lead, 67%.
It's been a really great adjustment from Khanage after that first stock went so quickly. He's finding a lot of good damage from these throws. You know, Afro is challenging his shield, and Khanage is, you know, up to the task at the moment. Good up smash. Afro
100%
missing
taking
the charge shot, and Khanage taking full toll.
Afro. He's gonna be taking this charge shot, but he whiffs it, expecting
Calling
Khanage
out
to
the
cover
jump
high.
there, I think, from Afro.
Alright, he gets the dash attack. Sounds typically a character that does get a lot from that dash attack, but in that situation,
I think at this percent, though,
it is a bit
I
high.
like Afro's decision to stay grounded, get a bit more of that charge shot, and go back to neutral, essentially. Look at that. Khanage so
Single
happy
jab.
to sit in front of him and shield. You know, he knows that Afro doesn't have the best grab. It's potentially slow enough that he can react to it. And so he's happy to just stand in front of Afro and shield.
Takes guts, takes guts.
Oh, so close to losing his shield there, but instead calling out Afro's shield and finding the grab.
Afro now dealing with a Peach, just stuck at 151%. He definitely wants to finish the stock. He's taking a lot of damage so
Back
far.
air though, with
Doesn't
all
look
that
like he's
range,
gonna get a
does enough.
chance.
That is very interesting. After that first stock, I thought that Khanage was in for a rough time, but adapted so
Makes
quickly.
that adaptation and just takes game one. And Afro Smash trying to make Compendium player, but Khanage is sponsored by our very own DAT-team themselves.
That he is, and he's showing us why.
Putting in work right now. Putting in work. Let's see if we can take game 2 as well.
What I really like is that Khanage isn't particularly worried about Afro having that charge shot on deck, you know. We've seen at the start of both games, he's been more than happy to just pluck up a turnip and give Afro a bit of extra time to charge. confident that he can do the work required to make sure that Afro can't take advantage of it, you know?
Yeah.
This time, though, Afro's finding it a lot easier to put up his wall. Khanage is struggling to get in, and Afro is taking full advantage of that. Not enough to kill, but...
Even though Khanage did take that first game, right now, Afro is making the matchup look difficult for Peach.
Absolutely, and what it might be... And then, yeah, there we go.
With tools like these projectiles, these charge shots, it's just... Khanage isn't really in the situation where he can, make full use of his float, for example. So that's another...
I think what's really controlling that float is that Zair there. Ooh! Big F smash, and that kills early. You know, that's one of the strongest moves. That sweet spot is one of the strongest moves.
And such a fast move as well. Samus's F smash is very fast move. One of the lowest frames, I think, in the game.
Oh, good stuff. And Afro now is looking like a completely different player. Doing such a good job of keeping Khanage out. Oh, goodness me. That was a very, very intense scramble there, but Afro getting the best of it somehow. And what we're not seeing this time is in that first game, Khanage did a really good job of making sure that Afro struggled to get back to stage. This time, however, Khanage is struggling a bit more, and Afro is just making sure that he's living forever. Good down smash, catching the regrab, but not enough to take the stock. And there, however,
there's a patented Khanage special, just kind of floating around, just waiting and forward now.
Absolutely, and seeing the first grab from Afro there, and just sort of putting Khanage on notice that he can't just sit and shield,
Unfortunately, Khanage was wearing like a little peach crown earlier, but I think that got damaged at some point during the day, so... there
another F smash, and Afro's looking very comfortable now.
7% to Khanage's 0. Or, sorry, a whole extra stock to Khanage's nothing.
Oh, power shield, very nice. You can't count Khanage out of this, so...
Yep.
He did 2-stock Afro last game, so we know that he has the ability with just one of his stocks to bring it all the way back.
To kind of bring this game back open, Crack open the defense. Get the flesh off the matter. Down through neutral there.
Right, good dash attack from Afro. He's putting lots of pressure on. And he's in the lead.
Yeah, Khanage just having a lot of trouble getting back on the ground right now.
Oh, good power shield again, though. Khanage kind of giving notice that he does have the timing of that. Ooh. Thought for a minute that was a Stitch face, but I don't think it was, actually. Oh, just cancelling the side B there. Oh, very nicely done. Samus's roll takes so long that Khanage actually has time to
roll is suspect.
Run over and up smash on reaction.
That was a very suspicious roll.
Alright, what's he got there? And again, Afro just happy to sit and shield. Knows that if Khanage overextends on his shield, he has up B. And that will take it. That's game 2 to
Afro smash. He's front
to Afro
2-0 of his own. A 2-0 of his own.
Absolutely, just shooting right back.
This game clearly is not as one-sided as, one might have thought from the first game. Very back and forth, very back and forth. Don't count out, smash out.
Backwards, forwards.
There is a reason he is where he is.
Absolutely, and it's when it's semis. So he has won his way through a whole lot of players to be here. Now the difficulty for Khanage is where exactly is he going to take Afro, because he did a good job on Smashville, but you've got to expect Afro to have banned Smashville after that. But they're going back to FD.
Yeah, I mean, Smashville is definitely that kind of state that Khanage really wants. The kind of narrow BlastZone definitely favors, Khanage getting those kind of early fair kills.
And you want to make sure that Afro doesn't have all the space to set it up. The real difference here is that Khanage has to get a whole lot further in than he did in game 1.
Yeah, Final Destination is one that's typically characterized as a sort of stage that favors these projectile characters. Not really a lot of room to sort of get over them, for example. And just
wow,
like that, Khanage,
108%.
he is having a lot of difficulty just getting over these. And look at
Look
that,
at his shield. So difficult right now. Afro has absolutely put up a wall. And at the moment, Khanage is paying for it.
I definitely think this counter pick is suspicious.
I personally don't like it. I think that it's just too much space for Afro to do his thing, you know? He's covering a lot of area with that Zair. Khanage is having to get so far in to make anything happen.
Having said that, he still has Khanage still has plenty of time to prove us wrong.
Absolutely, and you know, he's now making moves. Afro, oh, that was a very suspicious up B. There you go, Afro re-establishing his zone. Khanage though. Oh, up B.
There it is.
That is definitely the start. That was very nice. He shield poked with the up B after whittling it down just a little bit more with that falling up air.
Is that what it was?
Oh, good play from Afro there.
He's just getting
what we
so
are
much
seeing
shield
now-
damage with these card shots. It's almost like melee looking
Oh.
shields, you know?
Oh, goodness me. Khanage just desperate to get some sort of damage on Afro at the moment. Since he lost his stock, he's not been able to do much.
It looks like he is trying to shape up for that 3 stock right now. Definitely if it's possible.
You know, with so much damage already on Khanage, it's going to be a real uphill climb. Afro moving really nicely there, just using the shield cancel on that charge shot to mix up his movement, forcing Khanage to really think about how he's going to punish him.
Now this sort of percentage, I'm not entirely sure what Afro also thinks Afro look at. Probably a dash attack. Pretty inside of that. Yeah, just bits and pieces trying to get a bit of a dash attack. Dash attack on Peach's own though. That would seal the deal.
Khanage is pretty unfortunate so far in that Afro keeps falling out of his dash attack. And it's one of Peach's stronger moves, especially when it comes to killing. And so that might be one small contribution to the fact that Afro is living so long and putting so much pressure on Khanage's.
But I mean, it is one of those sorts of things where it is like very difficult to get properly, you know, 100% of the time. There's so many factors that, you know, kind of influence whether they fall out or not. Primarily spacing, but
Khanage doing a great job though of bringing a lot of percent back.
15%. It's not looking as one-sided as it was a few seconds ago.
And this set seems to be so heavily momentum based. Once Khanage gets in, it can start his. Oh, that's a shield break!
There's the shield break.
And there is the up angle forward smash, killing even across the stage at only 111. So Afro really putting Khanage on notice now.
That's gonna be. It's really gonna shake Khanage up a little bit. It's not the first time I've seen a shield break. This raid is not going to be the last.
And that's 50%. That's so difficult for Khanage. And things are starting to kind of get out of hand. Like I said about the momentum, it's all the way in Afro's favor at the moment, and it's really showing.
Because like he should be the one who has the. Because like he thought he should have exist as a velocity tag with the way he's playing right now.
Absolutely. So dominant at the moment.
It's interesting where he's positioning on the ledge. He's like a little.
Very nice up smash from Khanage though, showing that there is plenty of life in him yet. Again though, getting hit by a charge shot.
Khanage definitely was not expecting that. I mean, I don't
absolutely not. And that's
I feel like there wasn't really anyone to expect that. As you said, Afro smash must on to the next round.
Great stuff from Afro and
showing the world why he went to America and Khanage didn't.